All right, hi YouTube, it's me, Udoka, with, actually I'm going to do a little Sephora haul because I treated myself today, and a mental health update and just life update and things. So, welcome to my channel where I talk about literally whatever I want and my mental health journey, and I guess my finance journey too. So welcome. So first I want to show you what I treated myself to at Sephora. I just feel like it just feels so nice to just treat yourself. It just like some of these items I'm like, oh, I don't really need it, but I'm like, no, I am treating myself. So I was able to get it. So thank God that I had the coins together to do that. So first, I had 200 Sephora points, so I was able to get this by Good Genes lactic acid treatment. Good Genes is a brand that I've always heard of and good things about it. Lactic acid, I'm gonna try this. Actually, I'm gonna give it a try tonight. I'm starting with the boring stuff, I guess. Also got this Laneige. I don't know how to pronounce it. Laneige sleeping lip mask. I've always heard good things about this, and I've been dying to get it, and I haven't been getting it because this was $22. So when you're being frugal, you're not spending $22 on some chapstick, honey. So this is what comes with it. It has this cute spatula in here. That's really cute. It is a silicone spatula. All right, I'm gonna twist this open. I'm removing this protective cover. I'm probably not gonna put it back on. This is what it looks like inside. There's different scents and flavors. I just got the original. The original smells nice. Doesn't really smell like anything or smells like super light fragrance. I am going to, for the ASMR folks out there, the oddly satisfying folks out there, gonna take some. Yeah, I really like this applicator. It feels thick. It's a great consistency. It feels thick but not goopy. Yeah, this is a really great consistency. I love it. I love it. So we'll see if it keeps me hydrated because I really have a lip problem. I'm gonna put my spatula back in the pouch and call that a night. So there's that. I love that. Let's see what else I got here. I got the new Patrick Starr. If you don't know who Patrick Starr is, he is a makeup boy here on YouTube. I don't know what is his ethnicity. He looks like Pacific Islander. He looks like his family is from the islands. I don't know his ethnicity, but it's just cool to see minorities make it to the big league. So he has a new makeup line kind of called One Size. He's also overweight, so he's representing for the bigger people out there. And this is his Go Off Makeup Dissolving Mist. And I got it because I just love the idea of it. I just spray, let it sit. Like, I'm just imagining I can come home, spray, go about my evening, do stuff, and then when I remember, oh, there's stuff on my face, I just wipe it off. I love the idea of that. So I got that. Let's see what else I got. I got Rare Beauty. Now, I've been using Rare Beauty foundation. This is 430W. The foundation, when I first got my Rare Beauty, I think I got the wrong shade. I think I got a shade that was too light. It was usable, but too light. And I think this one is my shade. If you haven't seen the reviews of Rare Beauty, the top is really easy to open and grasp. And then it has a doe foot applicator, a large doe foot applicator, and you literally just put it all over your face and it's enough to give you what you need. This is like light to medium coverage, perfect for what I'm looking for. It is very skin-like, no flakiness, no cakiness, which is what I was getting back when I was using Fenty Beauty. So Rare Beauty is now my holy grail foundation. And I'm glad that I finally got the coins to get my right color, because before I was mixing it with other stuff. And when you mix this foundation with other foundations, no. The other thing I like about this is it doesn't just rub off. Like, you know, when you hug somebody and you're like, oh my gosh, I left a makeup stain on there. I don't know how people don't leave makeup stains everywhere, but I do. This doesn't give me that problem. So when I was mixing, when I had it in the lighter shade and I was mixing it with other foundations, I was having that problem. And I'm like, no. So I got NARS Orgasm. I have been trying to get my hands on this blush since forever. Okay, this is like the holy grail blush everyone talks about. It's like just the perfect shade. No matter your skin tone, it's just perfect. So I'm so excited that I finally get to enjoy NARS with the rest of you. Really nice mirror there too. So I got Orgasm finally. Orgasm X, actually. So I don't know. I don't know if this is a remake. I don't know if this is the same. I'm going to trust that it is. Okay. It looks cute. And then I got Fenty Beauty. I got a matchstick. They were sold out of the matchstick trios, which makes me mad, because for basically the same price of one matchstick, I can get 3 of them. But I got espresso. This is what I use for contour. This is my contour shade. I'm not going to do it right now, but this is what I use for contouring. And I ran out. My last matchstick lasted me years. Lasted me 3 years? 4 years? 3 years. And I guess I could still use it, like I could like dip into it and use it, and I don't even wear makeup that much, you guys, so. And then lastly, I got Huda Beauty. Oh, man, I've always wanted a Huda Beauty, eye thing. What's it called? Eyeshadow. I've always wanted that because it just looks so pigmented and beautiful, and I love that she has these little ones, so it's easy for me to travel with, or like it doesn't take up too much real estate on my bathroom counter, because that is really important. When I have ADHD, so I can't just put. Anyway, it's great for me that it's this size. These are the colors. I chose this one because when I do wear eye stuff, these are the colors I have a tendency to use the most. I have a tendency to use brown, pink. There's quite a lot of pink here. Purple. I don't really use purple that much, but I guess I'll start. So yeah, these are the colors that I tend to use the most. So I'm really glad I have it all here in a nice, cute, small package. Huda Beauty, let's just do one swipe for those of you that love to see it. Look at how pigmented that is. I'm just not used to it. I'm so excited because I'm used to having to like something that's just not like that. And it blends really nice too. Goodness, I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited. So, yeah, I think that's all that I got. Yep, that's what I got. Did I put everything back in? I hope I did. So thanks for indulging in that with me. And, you know, treat yourself. Treat yourself 2011, 2021. So, okay. So, mental health update. So, I think in my last update, I said that I was going the natural route. I was taking ashwagandha and supplements. And I did acupuncture. Well, I didn't go back to acupuncture because I just was trying to make sure everything fit in my budget. And I was like, well, that's just going on the back burner for now. I haven't been taking anything for the depression again, because what I found with the ashwagandha I guess I feel this way with every antidepressant that I take. Eventually it just gets to the point where it's like, I don't know, my mind and body's just like, enough, chill. Like I'll get ahead, and then if I keep taking it too much, it gets to a point where my body's like, we're not moving anymore. I mean, you can keep taking it if you want to, but we're not doing anything. So I stopped taking the ashwagandha, and I really was just kind of sitting there. Just, this lip chapstick is amazing. It feels so good. And it's still on, and it's not like looping into my mouth and stuff. Okay, come on, $20 chapstick. Y'all, get you some of this. Get you some of these. So anyway, stop taking that. And I continuing to take my fish oil, vitamin D, sometimes magnesium, CBD to sleep. Still taking that. Yeah, and that's basically what I was doing. And then I signed up for a research study. I signed up for an ADHD. Let me tell you, my ADHD off the charts. Okay. So all these supplements did nothing for my ADHD, like, whatsoever. Period. Nothing. Okay. Nothing. Sign up for this ADHD study. I haven't been taking ADHD medicine in a long time, and my partner, he would often get some modafinil. If you're not familiar with modafinil, you can get it prescribed to you if you have narcolepsy, but it does great for like focus and stuff, and it's actually just relatively safe compared to the alternatives. I don't know why they don't just let people have some friggin' modafinil, but he would get some imported, and the last batch that he got was like, it wasn't just modafinil, it was like moda, I don't know, they put some other stuff in there for your mood, and I'm like, this is not it. So I've just been without anything for my ADHD. Signed up for this ADHD study that's here local, and basically it randomly selects whether you get Concerta or this new ADHD medicine called what is it called? Adhesia? AD something. ADAH. Y'all gonna have to check back. Y'all gonna have to Google, start a new ADHD medicine, ADAH, and see whatever it ends with. I'm gonna call it Adhansia, because I don't know what to call it right now. And the study randomly chose me to try the Adhansia, and I'm just gonna call it the new A medicine. Is what I'm gonna call it. And the reason why I felt comfortable doing this study was because this new A medicine is already on the market, and people are already being prescribed this medication for ADHD. It's already shown to be safe and effective. They just wanted to see how it compares to other ADHD medicine. So I've been taking that for the past 3 days. Love it. So far, I'm really loving it. A lot of people talk about like there's a peak, then a crash, and a peak, then a crash. I haven't experienced that. I'm taking 25 milligrams. So it is the smallest effective dosage that you can get. I don't know if I would experience side effects if I had a higher dosage, but so far, so great. What we know about ADHD meds is give it some days, take it every day for a little bit, and you'll start to notice some diminishing results. So we'll see how that goes, but right now I am really freaking enjoying being on ADD medicine. Really enjoying it. Like, for the first time in forever, I actually wrote a to-do list for today, and I got all of it done, and my mind was blown. I was like, oh my God. I've been driving in my car, going to the different places I need to go to. No issue. I mean, it feels really good. It feels really good. As for the depression, it's still there. Like, I just always, the depression is just like always there. Sometimes it's silent. Like right now it's silent. Right now my mind is just going in a good way. But I don't know about depression. I'm just leaving her alone. I'm saving up my $3,000 so I can do the K medicine. I don't want to say the name of it because YouTube demonetizes me when I say the name of that medicine, but just watch my other vlogs and you'll know the medicine I'm talking about. I'm just saving up to take that because even though I feel relatively good right now, we know how it goes. Baby comes back, and we don't want baby to come back. We don't want her to come back. We want her to be happy and be on her way, right? So I'm just saving up for that. So let's get to the life update part of this because that is the most interesting and volatile. So guys, so like I mentioned I made a video about network marketing, anti-MLM, all that stuff. And I mentioned in that video that I just quit a network marketing style business. And it feels like the biggest reason I left that company was not because of the company. It was because of the colleagues I had to work with. And when I tried to leave this particular group to go work with other people in the company that I jive much better with, access denied. And we went to the headquarters of that company, told them what was going on. They said there's nothing that they could do. So we left said company and we moved everything to a new company. Oh my God. And when I tell you the amount of stress relief and when I start talking to other people about it, oh my God. I don't know how to put this into words. It is kind of traumatizing. I wish there was a different word for saying you were traumatized. Like a micro trauma. I don't know. Micro trauma. Working with the group that's just local here. It is like micro traumatizing. Honestly. The verbal abuse, the emotional abuse, the manipulation, the gaslighting, the cult tactics. When I say cult tactics, I mean they're trying to deplete people of their funds, like just coming up with, because the company does not require you to be depleted of funds, but this group, they just come up with things for you to pressure people to spend money on, knowing full well that people can't afford it. It doesn't make sense to spend money on it. And worst of all, this group, they paint a fake picture. It's kind of like, if you've ever seen the movie The Interview, where Seth Rogen and James Franco, they go to North Korea to interview the leader. And at first they think, oh my gosh, like, why is everybody so harsh about North Korea? It looks beautiful. Everyone looks happy. It's a fake. Then they realize that it's fake. It's painted. That's what this organization does. Everything is fake. Everything is painted. And then maybe the couple of times it's not fake, they really latch onto that and use that to keep painting more fake pictures. And what's sad is this group in local to me, they are like literally the worst group in the country. Like, I just don't mean worse by how they behave. I mean worse as in their income, their competitiveness. What is toxic masculinity? Imagine just whatever comes to mind when you hear toxic masculinity, like whatever you think that means. Which what it means to me is when somebody really wants to be the man. They really want to be seen as having that alpha masculine energy, but they're not alpha. And they're not the man. And they're actually in last place. So to overcompensate for that, they assert their masculinity in a toxic manner. Hence the gaslighting, manipulation, all those things that I described earlier. That's what this group is. They try to act like they're tough-skinned. The verbal abuse, the emotional abuse, just it rolls off their shoulder. Anybody that sniffs out that this group is led by a narcissist you just say, well, they're not strong enough for this. They weren't cut out for this. But then also this group makes the least amount of money out of everyone in this company. It's sad. It's really sad. I hated that I had to leave the company in order to leave that toxic group. Made me really sad. But after coming out, I learned that there's another group out there that's very similar to our group. They just make more money. So, but they might be worse, actually. So I learned about that. I just learned a lot of different things that made me feel like, you know what, leaving the company actually was a blessing in disguise. Now what I'm doing is my business. I was doing my business full-time when I was working with the toxic group. Now I'm doing the business part-time to basically recoup all the friggin' losses that were made when we were working with the toxic group. So I don't even know how to describe all my sources of income right now. I don't know how to describe it. I'm doing multiple things, and for the first time in my freaking life, I can tell you with 100% certainty that I'm finally going to make 6 figures this year. Freaking finally. Like finally. Finally. And when I get to that point, or at least get closer to that point, I'll talk more about how. I'll expose all my business, but right now I don't want to expose much on YouTube. I just want to say that it feels really good to be out of a toxic environment. It feels really good to have a plan. It feels really good to have a sustainable system for my business. And it feels really good to be able to make the type of income I want to make with my business while also having a safety net. All that feels really good. It feels really good. It feels like a whole stress has been lifted. God. It feels really good. And there's still people working with that toxic group that, gosh, I would love to see them thrive. Like, where would they be if they left that group? Hell, some of them are in the same boat as me, where in order to leave that group, they just had to leave the company entirely. And now I'm able to look back like, actually, yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it. So freaking worth it. So I have some relief. I'm relieved. I'm absolutely relieved. Texas had like a crazy storm. My apartment is flooded. And even with all of that, I feel huge relief. Oh my gosh, there's people out in that toxic group who've been working with this company. They have their brokers, they run their own thing, they have their own office space. They're business owners. They're really well, I wouldn't say they're running their business well, but they're running their business, and they've been doing it for years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, who knows? And there's people who join the company they work with and surpass their income in like 12 months working in a non-toxic environment. And it's like, guys, oh my God, you really can't see how this environment is bad for your mental health, bad for your physical health, bad for your relationships, and bad for your money. You don't see literally everybody, I'm not going to say literally, but everybody else is surpassing you. You don't care? It's worth it to not just be struggling, but also have that negativity in your heart. Because the funny thing is, a lot of the people in that toxic group, they don't want to leave because they don't want to be seen as disloyal to the group. But then they talk shit about everybody in the group. Like, after they're done putting on a fake smile, they go home and talk shit about everybody in the group. It's like, this is not healthy. And I remember sometimes I would call people out on it, like, hello, you just trained our new agents about how respectable so and so is, and here you are talking major shit about them behind their back to me. Why do you want to live this type of life? But, you know, let people live their life how they want to. I like making these YouTube videos because I don't necessarily want to influence people. I just want to reach people and tap into that part of them that has been there. Just, there has been no outside validation for them to take action on it. It was very much that quote, like, don't stay where you're merely tolerated. And in that toxic group, I was merely tolerated. I mean, it's not worth it. And I'm sure they're talking smack about me now. I mean, they always find a way to talk smack. The guy who runs that group, he lies about people. He lies about people to make him look good. It is so freaking pathetic. So I know they're talking crap about me, and I know that's the reason why some of the people are still there. They don't like that feeling of knowing that, man, that there's a group that I put so much time and energy and effort and emotion and money into, and I helped. We made money together. We've been through so much together. And if I leave, you're going to talk shit about me. But it's worth it, dude. Like, who cares if they're talking crap about you when you're about to triple their income while not putting up with their BS? Who cares? It's kind of like, do you care if some bum is making fun of you when you're living your best life? No. I mean, if you catch wind of it, it's annoying, but you're not going to make decisions based off bums. Yeah, I'm calling that toxic organization bums. I'm calling them bums. If any of them happens to be watching this, you're a part of a bummy organization, and you know it. And the CEO of the company you work for knows it. And the CEO of the company you work for basically says it every month. He just tries to say it in a nice way. It's embarrassing. And I couldn't see it until I got to a certain place. So there's people in the organization who don't see it yet. In time they will. You give it 6 months. Shoot, give it 12 months. You'll see it, especially now. It's so much easier to see it now because of the C word and the Q word and how everything in life is going. We're more on our social media. Is much easier to see it. And a lot of people are leaving that organization, so you hear more and more lies. Anyway, so I talked enough about that. One day I'll talk more about it, okay? But let me make my 6 figures this year. I'm just so freaking excited. I'm so excited for my personal to graduate from just budgeting to taking care of other people in my life and investing in building. I am so excited for that. But right now, what's exciting me the most is taking care of things that have been long put off, like getting my K medicine, $3,000. Just a bare basic investing, like maxing out my Roth IRA. Believe it or not, in my opinion, maxing out your 401k and maxing out your Roth, those are bare basics. You know, like, I'm just glad to get back to the basics. So while I'm on this ADHD medicine high, I'm going to make this $3,000, get on my K medicine, and I feel like things will be rocking and rolling. By the way, I'm reading A Course in Miracles. If you never heard of it, it's this book written by a woman who she claims she was receiving word from Jesus Christ. Now, you can believe it, you cannot believe it. I personally don't believe it. But whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. The content what am I trying to say? Whatever it was that she wrote, however she wrote it, the content is so good. It makes so much sense and is very much in line with the philosophy Jesus Christ had. The whole point of reading that book is it's not for your religious spiritual life. I guess spiritual, but it's not supposed to replace your religion or anything like that. It just provides a new way of thinking that allows you to tap into peace. And if you're part of a religion that, you know, that some part of the philosophy is that peace is your birthright, where you originated from was peace, love, if you want to call it. If you believe in some aspect of that, I highly recommend A Course in Miracles. Highly recommend it. I just started it, but I've been reading books written by people who read it, so I know the basic concept, and I'm like, now is the perfect time for me to actually just read that source. So I'm on that. So this video is 40 minutes long. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me rant. And I hope to post more often. Until next time, much love, much luck. Peace out.